Welcome. Message from the streets. This is a very controversial topic. It might get banned or whatever, but I'm going to say what I say because I want to know. And what is it that I want to know is why do so-called Christian churches advocate and promote the Zionist, Ashkenazis, Jews, so-called Jews agenda here on the planet? And the reason I'm asking that is that I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, you know what, if you um, look out to Israel and, there's a blessing and, they God's people. But the whole thing is, are they God's people? And how do we know that they are or they are not? One thing for sure, the Zionists that don't believe in Jesus the Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, are antichrist. They are adversaries to the kingdom of the Creator God that's within us, because it's Christ in us that is the hope of glory. And I just don't comprehend why all the time these Christian churches say, you know what, we got to gather money for Israel and do this for Israel. What is Israel doing for us? See what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be God's chosen people. Where are your blessings to get to the rest of the world? Why aren't you doing what was been commissioned to you in the old book, the Old Testament, the Tanakh, or the Torah, when you're supposed to go out and become, teach the other nations? Y'all ain't teaching nobody. Y'all got the information, y'all got the money, and y'all are over there parlaying and deceiving the world. That's just my perspective. I know people don't have to agree with that, but you know what? If you do your homework and you do your research and you analyze these teachings, what we call the scriptures, we go to the book and they tell you, man, that if you deny Jesus, you deny the Christ, you're antichrist. And the nation of Israel, the Ashkenazi Zionists, they deny Christ. And I'm not talking about, because they got some Messianic, Israelites, Hebrews, Jews, and they believe in Yahshua. But the governing factor, you can go over there and ask the citizens of the country about Jesus. They're like, who that? Blah, 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 because they have ostracized Jesus out of the narrative of the so-called Jews. And if you do your research, they got a book called the Talmud. They said that Mary played the role of a harlot with carpenter sons. Don't believe me? Read the books. Go back and do the research. And if you go and ask the chief priests, the Pharisees, the scribes, the Sanhedrins, rabbis of the day about Jesus, they're going to tell you a alternative view, and that they are still waiting for the Messiah. So, to me, reading and studying, who they're waiting for, they are actually waiting for who Paul spoke about in the book of Thessalonians, the son of perdition. See what I'm saying? Don't believe me. And only thing I'm doing is I'm just being inquisitive, because it's right there. Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. I know you that say that you are Jews and you really are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Talking about somebody. Somebody saying that they woody, 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 woo. See what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what? It don't make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, and I can take a different perspective. See what I'm saying? And before I continue, this video is for entertainment purposes. You dig? See what I'm saying? But, we got to do our homework and investigate, because I think that people are actually running to the aid of imposters and charlatans. You got to go back to the Book of Kings. And when the original people of that land, they got put into exile and they got replaced with other people, and they told them, I don't know if the Assyrians or the Babylonians, they said, man, you know what, we need their teachers to come to teach us how to worship the God of the land, because the lions come out and devour us. So it was an implant there, just like the European Caucasians have become implants all over the world. The Ashkenazi so-called Jews, they implants over there in that area. And I'm not by any way saying that that land is the land of the Palestinians or any Arabian, Arab descent, Islamic, religious follower. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that land doesn't belong to either one of those people over there. Of the Bucks. We go back and, find the originals or the people that actually occupied and developed that junk. And they always talking about, in 1948, Israel became a state. But the whole thing of it is before those Orthodox, those Jewish people that speak Yiddish, and if you know what the word Jewish means, ish means somewhat. So these people are Jewish, somewhat Jews, and they're speaking Yiddish, somewhat Yiddish or Yiddy or whatever the language is. It's all suspicious. And I'm not advocating no ill will towards anybody. Only way that this paradigm that we experiencing is gonna become correct is with truth and in love. And in spirit. This is what the teachings teach. This is not what I'm saying. Review the tape and come to your own conclusion. I'm just giving you a perspective because some people, they just go to church and they just let the, in the Catholic Church, let the priests and them just tell them everything and they don't read for themselves. You got to read for yourself. In the book of Deuteronomy, Moses said, man, you got to look for the Most High. Moshe said you got to look for the Most High with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. So even though you got a church on every corner, a mosque and a temple and a synagogue, you still got to look for the Most High within yourself. And when you find Most High within yourself, you're going to see that what we have been taught has been distorted. It's been fragmented. It's not all the way 100% false, and it's not all the way 100% true because it has been infected by the ideology of man coming from the Catholic perspective. Then other people coming around, they got these different types of interpretations and make these different types of spills about which way we supposed to be going. The best thing that any person can do is read, come to your own conclusion, pray, man. The reverend, the preacher, the deacon, the priest, the pope, they not no intercessors for you. This Christ spirit is the intercessor, which is identified as the Holy Spirit. That's the spirit that's going to reveal the truth to you. I'm just talking to you, see what I'm saying? I'm just sharing with you my perspective, see what I'm saying? And I know that everybody's not going to agree with my perspective, and that's fine. I don't agree with everybody's perspective, and that's why I'm making this video right now. At the end of the day, we have to do our own research and come to our own conclusion, not just for ourselves, but for our children and our children's children. Because what's going on the planet, the governments and the religious factors, whatever you want to see it, they are spinning webs, putting people on in suspended animation, putting them in the junk like in Get Out, in the sunken place, all that. People in the sunken place right now because of their religious beliefs. It's not what they know, it's what they believe because what somebody told them. They haven't done the footwork. See what I'm saying? I'm just talking to you once again. But ladies and gentlemen, don't believe nothing I say. Do your own homework. I bring you this message in love, and I leave you this message in peace. Peace.